What up, YouTube? It's your boy Tony. We back with another one. This is actually a little bit different. Eminem explains why he took a shot at the SNOOP DOGGYDOGG. You see, Snoop Doggy Dogg, and he also talks about a Rihanna apology. He did a little thing on Shade 45 where he was talking about all the songs on Music to Be Murdered by the B side and all that. So let's just check this out and see what he got to say about this, and I give my thoughts and my opinions on it. Not that I'm anybody of importance, but everybody else putting their input in on it. Why not me? All right, Wolfpac, let's go.
Eminem is in control of Shade 45.
Hey man, Gray Rizzy up here with Eminem right now on Shade 45. Music to Be Murdered by Side B. The deluxe edition is out there right now. This song that you have is creating a lot of talking. Zeus. The first part with you apologizing to Rihanna for a leaked verse that got out. You know, I thought it said a lot about you as a man, and you've been on the record about the friendship that you have with Rihanna, but this made it onto the project. Why the apology now?
Well, it was pretty recently that verse had leaked, and honest to God, I told Paul this when it first happened. I was like, first, I didn't know how somebody got it. Second of all, I have zero recollection of even remembering doing that verse. Like the rhyme schemes didn't even sound like familiar to me. So I was caught off guard too. I was like, what the fuck? I said that? And that was during early stages of the Relapse record that I was working on. So, it's 10 plus years old, but I'm not making.
He don't even remember doing the Rihanna verse. Like, this is somebody whose memory is like a vault, and he remembers every rap song, every lyric and all that about, because he's like a hip-hop connoisseur. But that shows you where his headspace was at, because he said this was during Relapse, so he was basically coming unclogged up here after he went through his relapse, learning how to rap again, trying to get back on the scene, trying to make a splash again to show I'm shady, I'm Slim Shady. So I'm going to talk about this divisive topic, which is, abuse, and I'm gonna make fun of it, like I make fun of everything else. He had no idea that he would go on to do Love the Way You Lie and all that, and Monster with Rihanna. It'd be like one of his biggest songs and all that shit, and that he would form a relationship with her and have a friendship. So he probably truly never intended to put that out. Somebody kept it, of course, being low down and being a snake, and said, I'm gonna put this shit out whenever I want to put it out. And somebody did that. But that's crazy that he doesn't even recall doing it. He said the rhyme schemes didn't even sound familiar. That means he literally don't remember shit about it. Like, damn, I did that. It just shows you where his head was at that time. That he wasn't all the way back yet. He was still a little foggy up there. Come on, damn.
The Relapse record that I was working on. So, it's 10 plus years old, but I'm not making excuses for it. I said it, and I was wrong for saying that. It was fucking stupid. A lot of times, especially with the Relapse record, when I first started learning how to rap again because of the drug situation that I went through and having to relearn a lot of things, that was one of those things that it was like, well, if it rhymes, say it. I think that being able to look back, that's not even.
See? I talked about that, how, because I did a little, if you're new here, I did a thing from his first CD all the way up through Music to Be Murdered by, to show the evolution of his skills, and show the Eminem before he had the overdose and went, and he almost left us, and the Eminem after that, it's two different people. The way he just said he had to relearn how to rap again on Relapse, when he relearned, he learned how to rap totally different than Slim Shady LP and Eminem Show, and what was that other one, Curtain Call. It was a totally different beast came up out of the hospital that day. So he was saying I was learning how to rap again. So he said whatever rhymed. And at that time, Rihanna and Chris Brown went with all that, and he just did what he had to do because he was just trying to get back. But I can see him And he always owns up to his shit. That's why when people try to come at him, it's hard to come at him because he'll own up to his shit. He'll talk about shit and talk about himself before you ever get the chance to. And about time you get to him, you've already said, like, you're only talking about or saying things he's already said. You know what I mean? Like, MGK with the kill shot, it was dope or whatever. Like, he did a good job, round of applause because that was one of the best shots at my boy. But he was talking about like sweatpants and shit like that, and how he's tired of seeing him. And Eminem has a song where he talks about himself, like, look at how I go to work. Like, I'm always dressed a mess. I'm like always in sweats, like just trying to get back to rap. Like, he's addicted to rap. Like, that's what he focuses on. Like, but that's crazy, man. That's crazy.
Like, well, if it rhymes, say it. I think that being able to look back, I mean, that's not even an excuse, but I'm just saying, like, that there was a phase I was going through with that Relapse record. I don't know. It's one of those things. I think I just said it because it rhymed, and I'm sure looking back now, I should have thought better of it. It was one of those things that, like I said, I don't even remember recording, but record a lot of songs. So it was like, it's tough sometimes to you'd be like, oh shit, I remember that,
I know a lot of people are they're very happy and proud that they got to hear that part from you, that apology on Zeus. There's also a reference where, not even a reference, where you're talking about or speaking to Snoop in the sense of he you don't need to be dogged by him. And I didn't know exactly when or where. What did Snoop do that made you put this line in this song?
Well, a couple of months ago, he was
real quick for Shady get into what he explaining why he did Snoop. Snoop is a OG of the game. He is one of the pioneers. Young homie came in, killed the scene. Like, Snoop was it, you know what I mean? But there was if I'm being honest, after Doggy Style, there was a quick, like, burnout after that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't like he just been putting out like heat. Like, of course, it's memorable songs by Snoop out there because he's Snoop and he can make music, but as far as like giving to the game, like, his rap tree, like those that come from him, is not as big as Eminem's. So if he has a problem because Eminem's white and he's trying to like poo-poo on Eminem's career and his accomplishments and his skills because he's white and he's a guest in hip-hop, that don't fly. that doesn't make sense. It don't hold water. If the boy can rap, he can rap. White, black, brown, green, purple. If they can rap, give him his dues. That's all I got to say. Let me hear what Shady got to say.
Was doing an interview with the Breakfast Club. Somehow my name got brought up, and he was saying things about, I'm not in his top 10, and everything he said, by the way, was fine, like, up to a point. When he I've never said, like, him saying that I'm not in his top 10 because there's some rappers from the 90s that I can't fuck with. Him saying Dre made the best version of me, absolutely. Like, why would I have a problem with that? Like, would I be here without Dre? Fuck no, I wouldn't. The rappers he
can say it. He knows that. He's so self-aware, bro. It's not like he knows that. Yeah, Dre lit the fire, but trust me, this man got skills that kept the gas pouring. Like, he kept that fire lit. Dre put him out there and showed him to the world, and he took off with it. You know what I'm saying? What he say? Opportunity knocked and tried ding-dong-ditching him, and he caught him and put him in a headlock. Like, you're not going nowhere. You're not going nowhere, like, because you never know if it's going to knock again, So you got to take the chance, and he ran with it. So when people say, "Oh, he only did this because of Dre," if Eminem is saying, okay, like what does that mean? Like everybody that got somewhere by getting somebody else's help. You know what I'm saying? Like ain't nobody got anywhere they are alone. You ain't did it alone. Somebody had to help you. Somebody had to give you this. Somebody probably gave you an opportunity for this and that. Yeah, you put in the work. You know what I'm saying? You had the skills and you had the ability to do it, but you didn't do it alone. So Eminem said, "Oh, Dre made the best of him." Okay. And Phil Jackson brought out the best in Michael Jordan and brought out the best in Kobe Bryant. And so what does that mean? What, Kobe would suck if he wasn't with Phil? That mean Tom would suck if he wasn't with Belichick? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, where do people be going when they say that? It's just a way to say, is it just a way of saying, oh, because Dre is black and you white? Like, if you didn't have somebody black with you, you wouldn't have ever made it. Like, I just don't get what they saying with it or where they going with it when they say that.
Problem with that. Like, would I be here without Drake? Fuck no, I wouldn't. The rappers he mentioned from the 90s, KRS-One, Big Eddie Kane, G-Rap, like I've never said I could fuck with them. I never said that. You know what I'm saying? So it's all like everything was good until like it was more like, I think it was more about the tone he was using that caught me off guard, because I'm like, yo, where is this coming from? I just saw you. Like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like it threw me for a loop. Again, I probably could have got past the whole tone and everything, but it was the last statement when he said, as far as music I can live without, I can live without that shit. Now you're being disrespectful for.
Yeah, he did. And I remember watching that on The Breakfast Club, and I said, whoa, you gotta go there. Okay, if he ain't in your top 10, cool, because I'm sure you're not in his. You know, like, you're not in many top 10s. Like, to be honest, like, he ain't in mine. Snoop's not in mine. But, that is what he is. Like he said, like, everybody got their own opinion, and he said, but watching the interview, Snoop it's almost like he was, because they was like, whoa, what you mean? He ain't in you. They was basically like insinuating that he's like, why ain't he in your top 10? So Snoop got a little defensive, like, hold on. Like, I ain't gotta have him up there. Like, yeah, he nice, but his tone was kind of like, all right, why y'all want to admit her so bad? Like, he ain't all of that. But yeah, when he did say, as far as hip hop, that I can't, and he, y'all know he's small as me. Yeah, I can't live without. I can live without that shit. Like, like that's just disrespect, bro. Like that is disrespectful. And I'm sure at the time Snoop thought he was just like saying like, like that's just not my cup of tea. I'm sure that's what he thought it would come across as. It's like, that just ain't. He just ain't in my top 10. But no, it came off like I can live without that shit. Like, why are you calling this shit? And why are you saying I can live without that? Like, the contributions that shit made to the game? Like, do you not know that shit, like, put rap on another platform that it probably wouldn't have been able to get to without him? Like, that shit, like, created a word stand. Like, do you not know the reach this man has? Like, tell me what y'all think about it. Like, it does just seem like it's just it has to be a racial thing. It has to be a racial thing. There's no other way to put it. There is nothing about Eminem calls for any of the hate he get. He down to earth. He's not flashy. He's never seen. I don't know how he's still, like, it's 2021 and he is never seen until he wants to be seen. Like, there's no paparazzi shots. There's no, people don't know when his album's dropping. Don't nobody know shit. He's still a ghost. Like, the mystery of Eminem, I think, is what keeps like the attraction going. Like, damn, like, what is he gonna say? What is he gonna think? Like, what is he gonna rap about? Because you don't see him or hear from him until his album drops. Like, leading up to Music to Be Murdered side, or Music to Be Murdered by B-side, you start seeing him on Saturday Night Live. He did a little snippet. Then he would tweet a little bit here and tweet a little bit there. So it was like he was dropping like little breadcrumbs, like, here I come. So when he dropped the album, everybody like, oh shit, like, what he gonna talk about? Because we don't see this man at all. So you don't see him. He's down to earth, not flashy. He cool as a bitch. He from Detroit, raps, respects the game, respects the OGs, does nothing but pays homage and give praise to those that came before him because he know he would be nothing without them. He is, he can rap every which way you want possible. He takes care of his community, the hood that he from, and all of that. What else is there besides he's a white boy and he rapping and I ain't feeling it? That could be the only reason.
Like, it just caught me off guard. I wasn't ready for that. And people started hitting me up about it. Like, oh, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? And I didn't know what to do about it at first. Because it confused me because I'm like, yo, bro, same team. We're on the same team. Like, what the fuck? And I have never in my career, my entire career, ever said a disrespectful word about Snoop Dogg. I mean, what the fuck? Like, his impact on hip hop, like, I can't front on that. But it's like, at what point does it start becoming like, okay, now you know, everyone's entitled to their opinion. My top 10, top 5 ain't gonna be the same as his, but everyone's entitled to their opinion. So how could I be mad at that? I wasn't mad about the opinion. It was after that. It was that, you know, that the very last statement was like, oh, what the fuck? Mm-hmm. Like, damn, dog. Like, really? But, you know, I said what I said. I addressed it. I felt like what I said what I needed to say. And
I'm not saying to choose sides, but it definitely is it's a song that's going to be talked about for a minute, man. This is Zeus, Music to Be Murdered by Side B, the deluxe edition. Eminem's with us. Shade 45.
Oh yeah, that was his explanation on why he went at Snoop. I mean, it's expected, man. I mean, I know Snoop afterwards tried to, you know, kill it and squash it, post pictures of Eminem and all that, but like you said, like, that's personal there. Like, it's almost like you like, oh, whatever, that nigga ain't did, or he ain't did shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, whatever, his music, I could, like, the world could go without that. Like, it's just the way, the tone was just off, bro. It was just off. But I'm glad he did it. I doubt it's gonna be any type of retaliation. That song that he put out, that ain't no damn diss track, and that ain't even worth my reaction. I don't know what that is. Snoop looking like somebody auntie at a 90s barbecue. So I'm not even gonna react to that. That ain't nothing. But I doubt it will be any more after that. You know, I think Eminem just had to let him know, like, hey, I heard you. Like, there go little smack. And I think it was a few things throughout Music to Be Murdered by the B-side where I feel like he was going at Snoop quite a few times, where it was like a couple subliminals in there. But as far as it being like a continuation big blowout, like, Snoop, first of all, ain't no way. Lyrically, he is not doing it. If he broke Kill Shot in a few minutes for Machine Gun Kelly, and Machine Gun actually came with something worth battling or worth responding to, like, Snoop can't do that. Snoop can't do that. When you say you got to be lyrically inclined, like, Snoop's not lyrically inclined. It's no way possible. But I appreciate y'all. Tell me what y'all feel about Snoop and the Eminem beef, man. Y'all feel like Snoop is hating? Like, is he hating? Like, was Eminem wrong for responding? Like, should he have not done it? I mean, I don't know, man. My boy, he be looking for stuff to light his fire, and that was one of them. Zeus is one of the better songs I heard before. So, but Wolfpac, I appreciate y'all, man. Continue to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Wolfpac will be back. Let's go.